Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a game that I played a couple of moments ago on chess.com. I'm playing in anonymous mode and I'm playing as black. My purpose for creating this channel is to put chess content out there and to teach beginners and also advanced players on strategy, middle game plans, and a chess thinking system. What should be your ideas in different positions? And I'm going to be using my own games to show you my thinking system. And I'm hoping that you find value. And if you find value in my content, please like the video, share, and most importantly, subscribe, as that would help me make more content like this. I need all that encouragement to make more content. So I'm starting as black and my opponent kicks off with e4. Now to e4, I like to respond with the Sicilian, so I play c5. Game continues, plays bishop to c4, and immediately you can see that he's attacking on this square on f7. I like to block it immediately, and that's why I play e6. And at the same time, when you are playing your opening, what are you trying to do? You want to control these four squares in the middle. You can see that my pawn on c5 is controlling e4, and now this pawn on e6 is restricting the activity of the bishop. And on my next move, if white doesn't play something that restricts me, I'm going to take the center by playing d5. But then my opponent plays knight to c3, and that stops me from playing d5, because once he takes and then I take, then it's going to take, so I'm going to lose. I'm going to be a pawn down. So what do I want to do here in positions like this is knight is likely to come here, and I'm going to have to play to the center at some point, which will open up my my king, and that's why I play a6 here to stop the movement or restrict the movement of his knight. And then because he sees that I'm about to attack his bishop by playing b5, he creates a loft for his bishop where his bishop can just retreat to, and that's why he plays a4 here. But I'm not bothered. What do you want to do? You want to keep developing. You don't want to waste any time. Now, the natural thing would have been to play knight to f6 here, but immediately he can challenge that by playing e5, and that's going to make me have to move my knight again. So you don't want to waste any time in your opening by moving a piece twice. That's why I don't play knight to f6. Now you may say, why not play knight to e7? Well, that will block the path of my bishop. Now you may say, oh, you would open your bishop by playing g6 and play a bishop to g7, but then you would have this complexes on your dark squared. It's not something that typically you want to have. So that's why here I play knight to c6, just controlling the center and developing towards the center. My opponent plays knight to f3, and now I play my queen out. Now, if you look at my queen, in some ways already x-raying this bishop that's on c4, and at some point, if this file clears up, there might be some tactics where at the end of the line I get to take this bishop. So I gain two things by moving my queen into c7. First, I get it off the back rank. I develop it into a better square that way, and I'm also x-raying the bishop. Game continues, it castles. Now can I play here? Yeah, maybe, because now my queen also controls this square. So if I were to play knight to f6 and he pushes, then I would take. It would take with the knight, and I'll take with the queen, and that's good for me. So I think I could play knight to f6 already, and that's what I do. Yeah, he plays towards the center, and I cannot allow the pawn to push, because then when I take, it's going to take, and at the end of the line I lose one pawn, and also my king is open and I'm yet to castle. So I have to take that pawn. When I take, it recaptures, Now I can play my bishop to c5, just continuing my development, or I could just simply play it to e7 here, and I play to e7, and he retreats his bishop, and I just castle. Now I'm castled, but what do you want to do? You want to ensure that your back rank has just the rooks are connected, and as you can see, my bishop is still there. So on the next move, I want to find how to connect my bishop, but that depends on what my opponent plays. And he plays rook e1, and he wants to push, but I'm controlling that square on e5, so I'm not bothered. So here, what would you play? Well, I could play d6. I could also play this bishop out to pin the knight. I could also play the bishop here to c5. These are all ideas, but I like to restrict the mobility of and the usefulness of my opponent's pieces. So here I think I play bishop to b4, pinning this knight, so the knight cannot move in the meantime. And that's what I play. You could see the engine says it's a bad move, and I really thought about it, that maybe playing my bishop here was a better move, maybe slightly better, or just playing this to give a loft for my other bishop to come to d7 would have been better. But game continues, and then now you can see that by that last move he has blocked the path of his queen to this knight, and that's just a free knight, and that's why I capture it. Now I knew he was going to play knight down to d5 here, opening up my bishop to the attack of his bishop and also attacking my bishop, and I knew I was just going to capture, so that if he captures with this, I'll capture with the knight that I used in capturing his knight on d5, and that's what it does. And so I capture, and now he captures here, and here I could just, because this is hanging, so I capture that, he captures, and I capture that, and I capture, and then after all these exchanges in the middle, I am all piece up, and even a pawn up, well, in the interim, because it's about to capture that pawn. Now you can immediately see, you have to first think about the threats of your opponent. So when I play, my thinking system is to look for my strengths, my opponent's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, which you call SWOT, SWOT. So I carry out like a SWOT analysis on my position. Immediately I can see that his rook can come to this file and attack my my queen. So immediately I want to first exchange it, and that's why I play c6. He declines the exchange. Now I play b6 because I want to put my bishop on this diagonal and have the bishop and queen battery on g2. But then if I play b6, he quickly play this, but I'm not worried because I have many other squares where my queen could retreat to, and I'm not worried because he doesn't have a light square bishop. So that's why I still go ahead with my plan and play b6. Now it comes down here to this rank, and you may have heard that the rooks belong on the 7th rank, and that's true. And so now he has like a double attack on this pawn, though I'm defending it twice, but with a move that could undermine the position of my queen, he may be able to claim that pawn if I develop my my bishop down to b7. But in this case, I can still develop it to b7 because I'm creating an immediate threat of checkmate. So I'm not worried if he captures this, and that's why I develop, and it defends by pushing f3. Now he's attacking this twice and I'm defending once. Now sometimes you don't want to over defend because your pieces are locked up to the defense of that pawn or that piece. So I want to go for piece activity, and that's why I play rook to e8 rather than defending this, because if it takes, then I'm able to get into the back rank here, which is going to be better for me long term. So that's why I play this, so that if he takes on this pawn, I'm just going to get to the back rank. But it doesn't take, it doubles up on the e file. I take, it takes, and I'm able to deliver a check, He retreats. I play queen to c2. Now he blocks. Now, where do you want to take your queen to here? You always want to put your pieces where you maintain the pressure. Now, someone will say, why not take this pawn? If I take this pawn, that allows him to come into my to the 7th rank here and take on d7. And with that move, you would also be threatening my bishop. That means my opponent gains a pawn here and also it gains tempo, because now my next move is not going to be an attacking move, but I would have to take my bishop away and I lose a move. I lose tempo that way. You want to ensure that you play the optimal move that will not allow you to lose tempo. Usually when playing, I ask the question, what is the best move? The best move is the move that you can execute. It gives a threat to your opponent and it doesn't lose tempo. You get that? And if you see he's also attacking the pawn right here on b6. So a better move would just be something to defend both d7, defend b6 and defend the bishop. So maybe queen back to c7. But here I went for this to exchange the knight, because now he can't take, he has to take, because to exchange the queen, because here I believe once I get rid of the queens, then I'm just up a piece and I should be able to win the game easily. He takes, I take, he comes to the back rank and I'm just going to defend with the bishop. Bishop to c6 defends that pawn on d7. He pushes. What do you want to do now? You want to get your rook activated, but you have to keep in mind that your back rank, if you move this rook, it can deliver a nasty checkmate if you don't have a loft for your king to get out. So while I'm thinking of playing rook to b8, my next move, I'm going to move my king closer to this rook so that there are no back rank mates. And then that's what I do. It takes it away. I move and now I'm able to check. Now I can see that here I could deliver a check, but his pawn is guarding it. So what do I try to do? I could make just about any move here now. First, I can see he's attacking h7, so I'm just going to push h6. And then after this, you see he has let go of this. And I'm just going to take a check, and that's a checkmate. And a nice checkmate. So, in subsequent games, I'm going to be having the opportunity to explain to you all the strategies in the middle game. This game was quite easy, as I feel like my opponent was not a very strong player. But good game. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It would really go a long way in encouraging more content like this. See you soon again. Bye.